Hey, can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Good. What can I do for you?
Sorry, my question didn't make sense. It was too long. So my question was, so what do you do in a situation where the woman is trying to sit with the man and explain and express how she feels using I terminology, like I feel, and tell him what his behavior was and try to handle it, you know, like an adult, and then he turns around and then gets defensive and gets mad no matter how you try to reword it, no matter how try to like how many times I try to be soft with him, he always then turns it negative and then calls me like the N-word, bro. He'll tell me to shut the fuck up. Oh, excuse me, shut the you know what up. And like he'll be like, you're so masculine, you're so masculine, like you don't even talk to me like a woman. And I'm like, right.
Okay. What issues are you bringing up?
Like I'll tell him the fact that like he doesn't help me with things. Like for instance, I we just took a family trip all the way from San Diego all the way to Colorado, and we went through like 5 different states. The whole time I drove 3 days straight with no help. I paid for everything, he didn't, and I'm like, you're supposed to be my partner. Like you're supposed to help me out. And he'll be like, no, like this ain't me, like da da da, and then he'll start going crazy to the point where like there were women even there talking about, do you need help? Like, do you need to get away from him because he was acting so crazy and aggressive for no reason
Why were you handling everything?
because he refused to do so.
How long have y'all been together?
We've been together now for 4 months.
How'd y'all meet?
We met online.
Okay. So why are you with this person?
I'm with him because one, like at first it was like good. He was doing everything, and like I asked him specific questions to see how he like operates and thought of like how a man's supposed to be and what he wanted and all that stuff, and it aligned with what I wanted. So that's why I gave it a shot.
Okay. How long has he been treating you like this?
He's been treating me like this ever since April 5th, which was my 31st birthday.
Okay. So why not leave?
I made a promise to him, honestly, and I keep my promise. But I am thinking of leaving. Like, I am thinking of leaving. I'm just trying to figure out how I can best fix the situation before I do call it quits, if that makes
You
sense.
made what kind of promise did you make?
I promised him I wouldn't leave him because he has health issues.
What kind of health issues?
Stuff where that he almost lost his life and he has to go like in and out of surgery. He actually has another surgery like coming up very soon next month.
Right. Well,
For context, we were talking longer than 4 months. We were boyfriend girlfriend for four, talking longer. If
how
that
long?
makes
How long were
sense.
you talking?
Since last year,
Okay. Off a dating app?
over the phone, we met through the dating app, and then we gradually graduated like to the phone, and then we would visit each other because he lives in Vegas.
So y'all
So
you're
it's
all a
even a
long
long
distance.
distance relationship.
How long of distance? Like how long of a drive is it?
4 hours.
Okay. This is a situation where your empathy is working against you.
Damn.
If I had a
That's
health
something bad.
issue, if I had a health issue, I would be treating you wonderfully, right? Like I'm
Right.
sick and I want somebody. So let me make sure I'm on my best behavior. That's not what he's doing. He is treating you horribly, based on everything you told me. I don't know if I've gotten the full picture, but Yeah, you gotta leave this situation.
Okay.
There's nothing to
I
there's
wanted
nothing to
confirmation
there's nothing
because
to fix here. There's nothing to fix here. Someone is not willing to repair a situation, assuming that you are approaching it respectfully and you're not like cursing him out or anything like that when you're bringing things up. You're not adding fuel
oh
to the
no,
fire.
don't get me wrong. Like I definitely do spaz out on him sometimes. It's not all the time. It is sometimes when I
Right.
have to repeat myself about things.
Yeah,
That's when like I'm like,
so
well,
both of y'all need work, beloved. Like both of y'all the problem.
right.
You're
I just wanted
spazzing
to
out.
clarify if I should leave or not.
Right, yeah, you should leave. Fuck the promise. Fuck the promise. You should leave for sure and work on your own issues in isolation. But like this relationship doesn't work. There's no like basic respect between both parties. It can't work.
Right.
There's nothing you
You're
can
right.
do. That person, he has his own free will. There's nothing for you to change when you're in order to get him to respect you. That's a decision he has to make.
Right. Thank you for clarifying.
No problem, love. Best of luck to you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Gotta admit, that's a new one. I didn't know we couldn't end relationships over a pinky promise. Oh, bitch, I want to leave you, but I pinky promise. I gotta stay. I don't wanna. I ain't never heard no shit like that before. Never in my life. Pinky promise? Should I be making women pinky promise me not going nowhere? I want you to pinky promise. I'm gonna tap that ass tonight. Pinky promise right now. You can't break this shit. Can't break this shit. What? Ay, Dios mío. What we got going on? All right. Any other ladies in the chat been stuck in a bad situation over a pinky promise? The nerve of him though, to have a health issue. You got half a working kidney and you being rude? That doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. Anyway, and she drove the 4 hours and didn't pay for nothing? Now, I will say, I don't think that masculine comment is coming out of nowhere. I gotta be honest. I didn't get to the point where I asked a whole bunch of questions, right? I'm tired tonight. So y'all get what y'all get. But I don't think, I think there's something with the masculine comment. Especially if I look at the bio, she's in the military. That checks out. So, but yeah, love, if you're still listening, you have to leave that situation immediately. Wait for his surgery. Wait for anesthesia to take effect. Wait for him to do that, then just leave. When he comes to, it won't be to you, right? Just get out of there. Leave a note. And if it's really that difficult, like try to find a way to get his name lower on the donor list. He's like the number 2 spot. Sneak into the OR. Sneak into the hospital. Wear like some scrubs. Get the donor list. Move his name closer to the bottom. That's how you do it. That's how it's done. All right. What other caller do we got? Let me see. Okay, she didn't mean to come up. Who else do we got? Who else do we got? What other callers do we have? Leo, you won't find true love here, brother. Best of luck to you, though. Did all of the other callers drop? Looks like they did. Okay, people, if you have a question or problem pertaining to dating and relationships, you can request up. I will solve your issue. Okay. And for the people who just joined, this is not matchmaking. Read the head. Read that. What does that say? What's that say? What's that say right there? Where can I reach out now on this live? You can get your 1 hour coaching call. This icon right here, you can hit that button below. Shoot me a message. I'll ask you about your situation. If I can help you, I will send you a link to book your call. Keep in mind, it is paid. People think they're going to DM me their question. Well, I'm too shy to come on live, so I'll just DM you. That's not how that works. Only freebies you get out of me is on this live. Do not hit my DMs thinking I'm just going to answer your question. That's not how that works. You will be sent a link to book your call. So you mean I can't get a date here? Precisely. Precisely right, Leo. Precisely. You got it, buddy. You got it. You can't get a date here, bro. No matchmaking. That's right. Jesus Christ. Let me see. What other things we got? How do you recommend a woman find an equal partner? An equal partner. Okay. I'm referring about intelligence, financial goals, life goals, etc. Best thing you're going to be able to do is put yourself in what I call static environments. Those are environments where you see the same people over and over again. Examples of these are school and work, not recommendations, examples, school and work, right? That's why people in those type of environments tend to want to pair off romantically, right? So static environments allows you to take a more community approach to dating, which historically has been very effective. Another benefit of static environments is they can select for the type of person you want. Example, you want someone fit, go to the gym or a hiking club, right? You want someone ambitious, go to networking events or Toastmasters. That's how you find somebody who is quote unquote your equal. She told me through her mom that she'll talk with me when she's ready again. Is she still interested? Did you ask this question before? Please, Jesse, tell me you didn't ask this question last night. Because I jokingly said somebody was using their ex's mother as a carrier pigeon. It's a fat ass carrier pigeon. Sounds like your situation. Whatever I said to you last night, I stand by that today. I will not repeat myself. Okay, let me see. How do you spot a narcissist early, like on the first or second date? You can't. You can't. You can't. But you want to know how you can avoid ending up with a narcissistic person? Have boundaries. Just have boundaries. One, I doubt that you really dealt with one to begin with. The word is thrown around a lot these days. It's unlikely for you to deal with one narcissist after another. There just aren't that many of them, for one. For two, if you want to really protect yourself, just have boundaries. They don't like those. If you have the ability to say no, scares them off. They don't like it. So anyone who finds himself dealing with one does not have any boundaries. I see I'm a resident physician. Dating apps are impossible to filter through. All right, Gabby, I might have some. I might blow up your inbox right quick. How old are you, Gabby? What my shooters at in the chat? Gabby is a resident physician. Gabby, like you're about late 20s. Late 20s. My shooters, my intellectual shooters. My men of valor. Y'all should shoot at Gabby. Y'all should hop in her inbox and try to make that happen. She's tired of the dating apps. All right? Gabby, what's your type? Gut says white men. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, Gabby. Tell me I'm wrong, Gabby. But I tend to have a sixth sense with these things. Is it a red flag that he's been to my house 3 times in 2 months but has not invited me to his house yet? Have you asked him about it? Have you tried to go over there? If so, what did he say? What about bars, airports, and lounges for meeting equal partner? You can. It's just not ideal because there aren't static environments. Static environments increases your odds of getting approached. Everything you just listed are dynamic environments, and they're seeing you for the first time. Static environments, they see you over and over and over again. Increases the odds that a connection happens. All right. We got a caller? Hopefully we got a caller. Nope. Okay, she dropped. Let's see who else we got. Danny, what'd you say confirmed for? What was confirmed about? I've only dated one man and he was white Korean. When I'm right, I'm right. Huh? When I'm right every time. I try to have humility with this shit, but I can't be. I'm never wrong. This is crazy. All right, so all my white men of valor. Gabby's DMs are open. Unless Gabby is open to changing that flavor. You open to changing that flavor, Gabby?
Joining him. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to come on.
You good. Where were you, though? What was that? Are you on set for a game show? That sounds like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? She was either in a game show or was in the game Tron. Actively competing. Okay, let me see. It wasn't because he was white though. We just happened to get along. Sure. All right, Gabby. Yeah. He keeps saying all women rush to come to his house. He's picky who he invites over. I don't like that excuse. I don't like that excuse. Now, if he's been to your house 3 times. Doesn't make sense. Y'all been dating for 2 months? Yeah, you should probably have been to his house by now. When people have those type of issues, normally they assume you also have that type of issue, right? I was talking to somebody about this recently because the woman he was talking to made a request of him and kept making the same request. And then when he made the request back, she was magically uncomfortable. It's not how that works. If people have some sort of discomfort with something, they normally project it onto the other person. They assume they're also uncomfortable with it. So if he was all willy-nilly coming to yours, it wasn't like, are you sure? Right? Some shit like that, then no, that doesn't make any sense. All the men ugly at work and in the gym, but I get you. Okay, we should change your gym. Should change your gym. What kind of gym you go to where everyone's ugly? The place people are going to maximize their aesthetics, everyone there is ugly? I don't know if I believe that, to be honest with you. Okay, Gabby says she don't have a type. All right, shoot her, shoot. Danny, CJ, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, all of you. Gabby is available. Are you mixed? No. He said that before he came to mine. All right, now if he was very like hesitant before he came to yours, and he was like, "Are you really sure? You sure you want me over there?" Right? Then that checks out. That would check out. But still, 2 months is. You should be able to go to his house by now. Hello. Okay, she didn't mean to come up. Let's see, Kibo. I was gonna bring Kibo up. The name makes me feel like this is a matchmaking situation, but we'll see. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry
can I,
about my deep voice. It's early in the morning in South Africa.
You're good. You're good. What can I do for you?
Okay. I've met this guy here on TikTok.
Right.
We started talking around November last year.
Mm-hmm.
So he was all what I needed. I think I can say that he had all those qualities. And then recently, he started showing me another side of him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a distance relationship. We fell in love without meeting. And then he started showing me this other side of him. I didn't mind it, but he was being too much. And this side of him is he's Christian, but he was overdoing stuff. We had to read the Bible every time he calls. In the morning, he's sending me verses. Lunchtime, when I'm at work, he's talking about Bible. Nothing about us. Every time it was just Bible. And I think I made a mistake by telling him that I'm starting to get bored.
Right.
Yeah, so he just ghosted me, disappeared.
Mm-hmm. So, what question do you have for me?
Yeah. Yeah, that's all. So I don't know what it is that I was supposed to do. If maybe I had to go along with the flow, or it was okay for me to just tell him that I was no longer enjoying our conversations. Yeah.
So what question do you have for me?
My question is, was I wrong telling him that I was starting to get bored because of his biblical conversations all the time.
No. How did you meet him? You said you met him on TikTok, right?
Yes,
And how long did y'all talk?
from November, and we stopped talking last month.
Okay. You never met in person.
Yeah. No, we've never.
Okay. Well, that's the first problem, love. Of course things got boring. You never met in person. Y'all got to stop with these long distance relationships that you were talking to him on a walkie talkie for months. Shit gonna get boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to meet in person. Why did y'all never meet in person? That's a long time. From November till like last month?
He told me that he wanted to first know me without seeing me.
Well, that's a red flag.
Okay.
Nope. Don't sound like any man I know. So this probably was a catfish situation. Did y'all ever FaceTime?
Yes, we did. A lot of time we did.
Okay. So y'all saw each other like on the screen. That's a yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's a weird situation. Nothing you could have done differently. So I would avoid.
Sorry?
I said nothing you could have done differently. I would avoid those type of situations in the future.
Okay.
All right. Good talk. Best of luck, love.
Okay.
You take care.
Thank you.
I'm proud to be an American. I don't know why people overseas tend to have these issues so much. What is going on over there? What's going on over there? So many. I want to pledge allegiance right now. I want to pledge allegiance to the flag. That's how proud I am to be an American right now. I can't imagine talking to somebody for that long and not seeing them. I've experimented with long distance. Couple of times. I'm booking that flight ASAP. ASAP Rocky. I'm booking that shit. I'm trying to see you as soon as humanly possible. Because one, I'm trying to see your personality in person. Two, I'm trying to see that ass. I can't do that from the crib. I gotta get there. By the third conversation, I'm checking in TSA. I'm going through that metal detector. Am I good? Oh, it didn't work. Hold on, do it again. All right. Third conversation. I'm here with it. What are you talking about? Why y'all talking for months? For months? That don't make no sense to me. So, proud to be an American? Hell yeah. Red, white, and blue, baby. We don't have them problems over here. Some people do, though. Some people here still have that issue. Y'all have seen me have to block people numerous times who will argue with me about whether or not it's a good idea to entertain people overseas that they have not met. There was a guy who I almost took on as a client. Me and him had a 30-minute conversation. And I was trying to tell him why this fat white woman he had matched with on Hinge was not coming to Paris. I said, why would she come to Paris? She's in Texas. Biggest shit in Texas. He said, well, she said she likes Nigerians, and I'm Nigerian. I said, well, I hate to burst your bubble, but there's Nigerians over here. He said, oh, what do you mean? Oh, you didn't know that? Like, there needs to be It needs to make logical sense. This needs to make logical sense. Come on, bro. Imagine how many men she's flying over to get to you. Just black men too. You know how we fat white woman? There's many suitors she's flying over just to get to you. What makes you special? She says she likes my culture. That ain't it. That ain't it. It's bullshit. All right? I've done long distance twice and it's exhausting. It most certainly is challenging. However, you have to you got to be a certain type of person to make long distance work. At least one party does. I always say, if you're anxiously attached, wrap it up. Wrap it up if you're long distance. Unless the person you're dealing with is secure. You got to have one grounded person in the connection. Avoidant people love long distance. They're doing cartwheels. The further, the better. They're trying to see you once a quarter. All right? They're trying to see you once a quarter. They like that DoorDash love. They want you to come on command and then leave. They want you to stop at the porch and then leave. That's how they like it. That's how they prefer it. But if you're anxious, you're going to really struggle. So one of you have to be secure. But you also have to come up with a cadence that's actually realistic, where you can see each other frequently enough. For me, the max I can do is every other month. That's the max I can do. Anything other than that, I can't do it. Every other month I can do, though. Because ultimately, long distance is just like a financial concern. If you have the finances to swing it, you can make it happen. Get that head, that bread, and leave. Hilarious. But what else? Also, if you're in it is expensive. If you get into a long distance relationship, you have to, once it's official, you're on the clock. I always tell clients, like, if they're going to experiment with that, within a year and a half, you got to close the gap. Within a year and a half, you have got to close the gap. If you don't close that gap within a year and a half, one of y'all going to find somebody who's closer, and that will be the end of that. That will be the end of that. Hear me and hear me clearly. That will be the end of that. So you need some urgency when you're doing long distance. Because it's not a natural state for you to be in. All right. Do you have any other callers? Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good evening. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this situation. It's fairly recent, okay? All right. So I'm driving home from work a couple days ago, and I was at a red light, and you know how you feel somebody looking at you, and I turn and I look, and there's this hot guy in this like Ford F-150, and he looks at me, he winks, and he blows a kiss. Now, usually I do not respond to that stuff, okay? So I laughed at him. So he rolls down his window and he says something. So I roll down my window and I says, "What?" And he says, "Can I have your number?" And I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, "Are you old enough to drink?" And he's like, "What?" I said, "Are you old enough to drink?" And he goes, "I'm 47 years old." I says, "All right." So he says, follow me. So I'm about to make a left and he's about to make a right. So I go straight, he goes right, and I, go around the block to find him. Okay, I never do this, by the way. This is so out of my character. And he's not there. So something told me, just sit and wait. Sure enough, 10 seconds later, he comes pulling up. He gets out the car, I get out the car.
Mm-hmm.
He's a cutie, okay? He looks at me, he does a double take. He's like, wow. I'm like, hello. So he introduces himself. I introduce myself. He says, I don't want you standing in the street. Let's go stand on the sidewalk. We exchange numbers. He tells me he's going to go do something. I said, I just got off of work. I'm, headed home.
Mm-hmm.
We live right in the same vicinity area. Okay. So a couple of days we're talking like morning, noon, and night. Okay.
Right.
All right. So then he goes, okay, I want to take you out. Where you want to go? I hate that. I hate when a guy asks me where I want to go. I like a man to be like, look, I got these tickets, or, let's go to the movies. I like a man with a plan.
Right.
Okay. So I'm like, I'm turned off. So I said, you know what? I always wanted to go to this movie theater, the one, what is that called? Something X, where the D box where the seats move.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, oh, I've seen it, but I've never been there either. So I send him the link, the Google link, and I said, I want to go see this movie at this time on Saturday. He says, okay. All right. That conversation we had Friday evening, to be exact. Okay. Saturday morning comes, there's no communication. Saturday afternoon, no communication. The time that I picked for the movie to start came and went. So I was busy, cleaning up my house, doing things, whatever. I figured when he calls me and he says, all right, we're going to meet up at the thing, I would have been ready to go. Never called. He calls me that evening. I didn't pick up. Nope. I ain't pick up. Now he's texting me. Oh, I know you're mad. I had to go to work. Really? You've been calling me all this time while you're at work, while you're home. Nope, scratch while you're home part, because I'm going to get to that. While you're at the barber shop, which I didn't really like either. So I didn't ghost him. I basically put in a text, listen, I'm just trying to process the words I want to use to express, my discomfort and distaste with you. So you're going to have to give me a minute. So I let like a day and a half go by, and then I put it in a text very calmly. Listen, I like a man who, first of all, has a plan and knows how to communicate well. And I've noticed every time I'm on the phone with you, you're hardly ever home. So I'm starting to think you might have somebody at home, or to put it plainly, you're broke. Okay? Give me some time. I need to, think about this and, calm down, because I don't get stood up. Nobody stands me up. So anyway, make this long story short. He's calling and apologizing and texting, and I finally talked to him today, so he's apologetic or whatever. But what I did was I started looking into his ethnicity. So he's a Trinidadian, and I've heard some pretty bad stories about them, okay? So I just want to know, like, do you think I should even pursue it with all of these red flags already showing up?
Do I think you should pursue the person who stood you up?
Right? No, right? I mean, I feel silly giving him a second chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't.
Not at all.
Right. Why are you considering it, though?
Because he seems genuine. Because he's been persistent and consistent. And I don't want to, I really want to give him a chance, but I'm scared to, because I ain't got no time for that.
He's persistent and consistent in what way? Talking to you?
Talking to me, always asking me. He's been asking me to go out. I've been pushing it back because I basically met the dude on the street.
You've been pushing it back for how long?
Well, he was asking me to go out with him the first day we met, so about a week.
Wait, so how much time has passed since you've known each other?
2 weeks.
How frequently do y'all talk?
Before that Saturday, we were talking morning, noon, and night. Like, he was calling me, texting me very consistently.
Yeah, but it's only 2 weeks though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, what do you think?
And you said that he doesn't talk to you when he's home.
So when I would tell him, call when you get home, and this would be like, to say 11 o'clock at night, he'd say, all right. And then the next morning, he'll call me and say, oh, I knew you were asleep because I know you got to get up in the morning, which is true, but I asked you to call me. So that happened twice. So I was just like, I asked him straight up, you living with a woman? What's going on? Don't play with me. I ain't got no time. And he keeps saying, no, he doesn't. And he would FaceTime me or whatever when he got home just to prove it.
Did he do that?
He said he was going to do it tonight.
When did y'all have this conversation? Recently?
Yes, today. I hadn't talked to him since last Friday.
Why not?
What'd you say?
Why haven't you talked to him since last Friday?
Because I was pissed off he stood me up on Saturday.
Okay, so Saturday y'all were supposed to go out what time?
The movie was supposed to start at 7 p.m.
What time did he call you?
9 p.m.
Okay. When did y'all agree to go out on the date? What day?
Friday night.
So Friday night y'all agreed to go out. Movie took place the following day.
Correct.
Mm-mm.
I didn't think so either.
Mm-mm. I wouldn't. I wouldn't give this another shot. That's a very easy problem to avoid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Well, I don't want to waste your time. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
All right, love. Take care.
Bye.
Interesting about that call. Did anyone else know the voice sounded very seductive at the beginning? By the end, she sounded like a henchman a little bit. I don't know why. But yeah, I wouldn't oh shit, it's Batman. Like that type of voice, right? Like, bats. Anyway, I joke, I kid. I gotta entertain the chat. It's part of my job. However, what she was saying, I agree. You don't. Not no one standing you up like that. That ain't nothing but like a quick text message. Like I would give grace if it was maybe like we scheduled a date like a week out, right? You can make the argument like, oh, I forgot, right? The day before. So we make the date on Friday. You've been trying to get Shorty out. We make the date. We agree to a date on Friday, and then the next day, you just don't show up, and you try to call me. You try to call me weirdly when the movie would be out. Well, 2 hours later, right? 7, 9, isn't that right? Ain't that when the movie would have let out? Motherfucker calling you with popcorn on his breath. Movie butter. He's eating popcorn. I'm sorry, babe. I had to work. Pass me the Skittles. Hi, I'm Joyce, New Jersey. Hello, Joyce. How can I book a one-on-one? Glad you asked, love. This icon right here, hit that button below, shoot me a message. I'll ask you about your situation. If I can help you, I will send you a link to book your call. I will send you a link to book your call. First mistake was not making him plan it. Didn't he plan it? Or did I misunderstand? I thought he planned it. Oh, she planned it. Yeah, don't do that. How did I miss that? I guess the story was so long I got caught in the weeds. Yeah, don't plan the date. What are we doing? That was the first red flag. What you got to plan the date for? I remember her saying she's like a man with a plan. So she just took the reins on that? Nah. Nope, can't do that. I gotta stay in that feminine, ladies. I gotta stay in that feminine. You can't take the masculine role. And if somebody is talking to someone, they're not like fulfilling that role, is just take that as a sign you aren't supposed to be together. Don't plan the date though. Don't plan the date. First red flag was following him in the car. I get why you say that, but also at the same time, it's like, gotta have a little fun with it. You know what I mean? Be a little adventurous. You feel me? Be a little adventurous. Wait, are the calls free or paid? Oh, they're paid. The calls in this live are free. But me one-on-one, just talking to you with no audience, paid. Paid in full. But if they ask, what would you like to do? Should you answer? Yeah, you can answer, what would you like to do? But I coach my guys not to even ask that question. Don't even ask that question. Hello.
Hi, thank you.
Hi. How you doing?
And I just want to start off with, I appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you.
I want to briefly touch up on, I guess, it is, well, I want to say dating, but to make a very long situation very short, I've been married to my husband now 13 years. Mm-hmm. And we've been separated for a year. 13 years will be next month. We do have 2 little ones. And the reason I'm talking about like dating is it's been 2 months where he was saying let's reconcile. Mm-hmm. There hasn't been much change. I was open to it. He knows I wanted to be together. Now, we both did hurt each other, trust issues. And mine was more of an emotional thing. His was a neglected thing. Mm-hmm. But either way, we were separated for 2 years. Our kids are now 3 and 4. I guess my thing is he's now saying it's been 2 weeks that he's not ready for a relationship. And that he's trying to get everything set up because it's been a month now that he took a job to Hawaii. And he said he's going to leave with or without me at that time, but he wants me to go with him. Mm-hmm. However, when he started talking about, because I was already going to divorce him. It's been, a year. Like, you can only wait for somebody so long. Mind you, he had other connections. I never had another connection or anything like that within the year. What happened with me, yes, it was an emotional thing. Very, very, not small, but again, neglection. So I was emotionally connected with somebody, but not even deep. So I just have to, say that on my part. I guess where I'm at is he doesn't know that yesterday I did actually, because I got a lawyer and everything. It got a little messy with everything, but either way, we have kids, and I was planning to move out there. But when he started talking about splitting everything before we move forward, emotionally, this and that, I was like, yeah, that's not sounding like a reconciliation. It's sounding like negotiation type of thing. Because how are you going to tell me you're way out? We have so much space. You're way out in Hawaii. I'm here with our children. And yet, as you can hear, okay, it's okay. It's okay. You're okay. It's okay. You're going to be okay. Sorry.
You're good.
Okay, thank you for telling me. Come this way. You're okay. Come this way. Okay? Okay, you're going to be okay. Here, eat your cereal. Okay. Okay, go eat over there. Okay, you can sit here. Sorry. But I guess my thing is he doesn't know that I'm Chris. He just wanted to be separated, but he doesn't know that I did let my lawyer know, like, I'm basically just done, because that's breaking my heart in so many ways. And I think I'm just done emotionally. I think you come to a point where you're done. And it hurt for him to tell me that. It's been 2 weeks now, but I realized, you know what? I need to be gone. And I think right now he thinks that we're going to do some type of custody in Hawaii and here or whatever, but I don't think he understands that I'm not letting my kids go out there like that. But what I'm saying is, as far as the dating part, relationship, I just feel like he's done, but he didn't really know how to, like, be done without trying to get his kids over there, without trying to split assets and stuff. Because once he started saying, oh no, I want all financial, no ties with you financially, I don't want to rebuild with you, no, we have different views on money, you're a spender, I'm a saver, and this and that. I'm like, okay, but we're not like extreme like that, you know. It's not to be where we can't work on asset. There's counseling, there's therapy, we can do something about that. Like, what didn't work before, we gotta fix that if we're genuine. But it was just more about him just really trying to get money out. He's saying, oh, the house over here, it's just gonna be my house, I need something signed, that's mine, that's your house over there. Like, very separating, you know. I didn't see the problem. Hey, you're back all in, right? We built everything together, we worked together, not together, but we both worked. So I don't see why we can't continue that and have a different view in money, take classes, people who are healthy with that do this, right? And you know, it wasn't it. So it's not working for me anymore. I just feel like I feel still guilty for not really mentioning it to him. Because I'm like, why do you only want to separate but not divorce? There's a catch. There's just something not right. So maybe I needed like a second opinion. You're a man and know a thing or two about relationships. So in your opinion, what do you hear or see?
Okay. I got like more details. So y'all been married for how long?
13 years tomorrow, 1 year separated.
Okay, 13 years tomorrow, 1 year separated. And
we lived in the same house still.
Got you. And he initiated the separation?
Yes, because of, again, I was not perfect. I'm just gonna say what I did. For a few months, I got emotionally not even like deep like that, but I did get close. We don't have opposite sex friends. We just don't. But like, I got close to a coworker. Mind you, I work remote, so this wasn't even like I went out looking for this. It just kind of happened slowly, and I told him about it. I'm like, hey, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I feel a disconnect. I even got close to a coworker. Like, we don't even have friends like that, but I did get close. I just want you to know. So he kind of knew what was going on because I was honest. And then one day, like, I cut that off, but one day we did go out with coworkers. He happened to go, but like, I was drunk and I kissed him, and I was like, oh no, this is not like what I do. Mind you, I had plenty of times to be unfaithful, like legit. And I realized I had to tell him because I'm truthful about what I do, my errors, my everything. But he was just really upset. He said I took it too far, this and that. I'm like, he said, I told you to stop talking to him, blah, blah, blah. Like, the thing is, at the time, I think I was going through postpartum really bad. And I'm not blaming it on that. Like, I am not. But I didn't make a mistake, but I was imperfect at the time, right? That's like the only thing I've ever done that was like bad. He acts like I laid with this man, messed around. Like, I didn't mess around, let alone have sexual anything with this guy, but I did do that. And I think he just took it too far with separation. He was just like, yeah, no, cutting it off. And I'm like, you emotionally neglected me too for going on 1.5 years now. And like, we didn't fight hard, but I think we just disconnected. And of course you get busy with children. And I'm sorry I'm going off, but that's just really what happened. But he ended up doing his thing, and in August he filed, but he didn't turn it in. He made me sign everything, giving it to him, not leaving me with anything. And I signed because I was like devastated, thinking like maybe if I listen to what he's saying, like then he'll be like, nah, like we're good. Like don't try to leave the house, because he was trying to kick me out. I'm like, oh, okay. He went too hard, I think, and I think it just really showed who really wanted to stay in this relationship at the end of the day, because that is something I feel strongly that you could have worked through. I'm not saying he has to. Everybody has a different standard, but at the same time, I thought it would be worth it. We've never really tried reconciliation, but I noticed as soon as I didn't really agree to anything that he was saying financially, this and that, that's when he's just like, yeah, like, we're not really getting, like, we're not hearing each other out, blah, blah. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I literally told you, let's do counseling or something. He's done, is how I feel, right? But I just don't know how he doesn't know how to cut it off, or he was trying to see what he can do before the divorce, because he told me, I am so screwed. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, just never mind. It's awful, but I don't know how to tell him, yeah, like, I'm moving with the divorce. This is not just a separation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So y'all been separated for 1 year, and he seems like he's not trying to get the divorce like finalized?
No, he doesn't talk about divorce, just separation. He's not ready for a relationship right now. And I'm like, sounds like you're not ready to, like, you're going to try to do your own thing right now, it sounds like. And for me to feel, and like for him to let me feel that he's going to do his own thing, because he was starting to build trust with me in a sense of like having his live location, even though he's way out there. But there's little things, right, that we were trying to do. He'll call me every day, every night, like all the time, but it's like, it was just basic. Like, we were just cordial, like very like,
what would y'all talk
I don't want
about?
to say romantic, but nothing. It's like he just wanted to be cool, right? But I think it's because, in my opinion, he didn't want me to screw him over, like he said. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, when you are married for a certain amount of time, like, we're used to a certain amount of time, amount of money, and I have the kids here, like, what? Like, you left with or without me, remember? But now it doesn't sound like he even wants me to go. So it's just weird to me. Like, it makes me feel like he's planning something with somebody, or he's keeping his eye out on somebody out there. And he just needs the kids, And probably not do all that after divorce, whatever they got to do, child, spousal, I don't know.
Wait, where is he located?
I'm sorry?
Where is he located right now?
He's in Hawaii, or me, in California.
Okay, you're in California, he's in Hawaii. How long has he been in Hawaii?
A month.
Okay. After y'all separated, was he talking to you like he was trying to reconcile?
No.
Okay. But you were hoping that he would?
Oh, he knows. I begged him. I was just like, I'm so sorry. That's not what I do. Like, I tried. And he was like, too late, no. But I think he was seeing he was observing me to see if I was going to, like, really try. But when he told me it's too late, like, I don't even want you to, like, just stop already. Like,
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like, I feel like he wanted to end this, like he's pushing it somehow. I'm not saying that I had to do what I had to do. No, that's on me. But it's like, why are you, like, letting this go so easily, I don't even want to say easily, but, like, why aren't you, I guess in my head, I was like, why did I feel that? I guess I trusted to even tell him what happened, right? Because I wanted to communicate that, and I wanted to communicate my mistake, or what I did, because it's not a mistake, but it's just
right.
Like, he just cannot, and I don't know if this matters. I am his first serious relationship and sexually person. He's not my first, but I don't know if that matters too. Religion wise, like, he's just his first. But
Okay.
Part of me feels like there's probably some weird trauma with him, but at the same time, like, no, like, it's just like, I think a woman can feel it. You just know, like, maybe I don't know how to break it down. Like, oh, you were talking about separation. No, we're doing divorce now. Like, what do you mean? Yes, baby. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Baby.
So I am confused as to why you're confused, because this is cheating, right? That's what this is. I know you own that, and that's good that you own that. You take accountability for it.
Oh no,
But-
yeah, I felt terrible. I should have never drank that much. There's a thing behind that, and I know it's so dumb of me on this part. He didn't really kiss me much. It's a whole thing, but the point is, I think at that time I got drunk and I was like, okay, he does kiss me, but not like, I can't explain it. It's different. Before we got married, I had to confess to him that I had kissed somebody, but I had forgotten about that. And he got all crazy with that. And ever since that, he never kissed me the same. And then we got married the next few days. I don't know. It's a whole thing. I know.
What do you mean before you got married you had kissed somebody? When you, like, after you've been in a
So
relationship
we were
with him?
talking. But like 3 months later, this was my high school friend, like back in the day, and we were drunk, and he seen me with him before we started talking like that at the mall, and me and my friend, because we were single, it didn't matter. We had kissed one time, but I had forgotten about that. He had asked me, "Hey, did you ever do anything with that guy? Did you ever mess around with him?" I'm like, "No." And because I didn't think about kissing, like a messing around like that. You know what I'm saying? When he was asking messing around, he's talking about, did you go all the way? Did you guys do something? Because he's the guy and I'm a female. Like, you know, and he was asking that as we were dating. And I had told him, I was like, hey, you know what? I remember that you asked me that. I didn't think about it messing around, but we and him did kiss. And then we were like, oh yeah, hell no. Like, we are not cool like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was not.
What I'm saying is, like,
it just wasn't it.
Where
Yeah.
did you kiss this guy while you were dating your
Yeah, we were only dating like a few months, but I had forgotten that 6 months ago I had done that. I know.
No, I'm saying when you did kiss this person, was that while you were dating your current husband?
When I kissed that person, no.
Okay.
I kissed that person 6 months ago before him and me started dating, like
Gotcha.
3 months in.
Okay, I got you.
But I had forgotten that I had kissed him. You get what I'm saying? But I wanted to be transparent, like, oh shoot, I did. But I had forgotten because we never like messed around, did anything sexual, like nothing like that.
Gotcha. Okay, that's
Because he
different.
had a girlfriend, but he had broken up with her, and then I was single. Like, we were just, I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening.
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
don't know why we did that. And I don't even know why I even said anything at that point. It's not really messing around, but I'm transparent. Like, I can't.
I got you. You're a good one for being transparent, but you know, I wouldn't have said shit. Not with that first situation. Second situation, I get it.
Yeah, it makes my whole marriage up in a way.
Right. The second situation, I get it. But like, yeah, love, this is cheating. That's what this is. So yeah, people respond to that very aggressively. Put me in that situation. I'm also saying aloha. So we can't be surprised with that. I think the separation, especially if he hasn't really given you any kind of energy. Thank you, Kiana.
Okay, no.
Kiana always picks it up, man. Kiana, we be here. So, yeah, I think he's trying to navigate it. Not trying to get back together. I think he's trying to navigate it from like, okay, what's the blowback going to be? So let's stay in this like little nebulous state so I can kind of get like a game plan going.
Like, I feel like I know this sounds crazy, but I feel like he's planning with somebody or doing something, because FYI, after what I did, he was talking to somebody else too. I have found all this out, by the way, because I was like, this don't sound right. Like, why is he mean to me? He wasn't mean to me the first 3 months. He was calm. He was just watching, I guess, observing what I would do. And I would just stay home, take care of the kids, work, normal stuff, like every day.
Right.
And I realized that he was just too calm. And I was like, are you like, I'm sorry all this happened. Like, what can I do? And then, like, after August, he started being mean, like mean, like weird, like setting dates by December 31st. You're out of the house. We already agreed on it. I mean, I was saying yeah because I was just feeling so guilty, right? Like really, really bad. Because I was thinking, oh, he's just gonna be like, hey, come back, Leslie, like whatever, right? Like, I mean, I don't know why I thought that, but he's seen how remorseful, how like really hurt. Like I felt really bad that I hurt him. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like I've never thought that would happen ever. And I put myself in that situation, and he knew. He apologized to. He said, I'm sorry, I did neglect you quite a bit there, like, you know, whatever, but still that wasn't right. I mean, I still like, no, like that's not okay. But I think finding out that he was doing all this stuff, he just like knowing that I've been wanting, he ate out of my, like, I know I fed him, but it's like I cooked, I did everything normal, like, because I'm here, right? I'm showing up. And he just stared at me. It was like nothing, like normal. So he kept all of this hidden. And I'm like, are you talking to somebody? Are you with somebody? Like, you need to let me know. Quiet. Like, very strategic, very, like, you would have never guessed he was. Because he would not text at the house. He wouldn't do anything suspicious, like nothing. And he would say, nah, I'm working on myself. I don't need to be with nobody. Mind you, he was talking to a few people on the side in the LA area, because he ain't doing nothing in the, you know, sitting in the same city. And I don't know why I didn't get the hint that he would go out, but I was like, yeah, like he needs his time out, right? He doesn't want to see me right now. He hates my butt right now. Like, you know, I messed up. And it didn't dawn on me, but once he started being really, really mean, like, I realized there was just something wrong. Like, he wanted to have opposite schedules. Like, it was a whole thing. It was not okay. I let it go on. I should have just not tried. I think I just don't give up easily. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's like the other party needs to want to reconcile as well. I can't do this all on my own. Right. But he went. When I say I found out, he was with other people like that. Like he wasn't home being like just chilled. No, he did more stuff. He tried to take everything, had me sign an SMA agreement. I signed because I was so devastated. I was just wanting to do what he wants. So like maybe he'll see that I wasn't trying to get him for whatever. I don't even know why I was like that. But I got a lawyer once he filed. He didn't know until a month later that I got a lawyer because he was for work at Hawaii again. Now, mind you, he did go out there because they were doing layoffs out here, and he wanted to kind of get away from that, so he was volunteering to help out of town, so they can do that. He's always declined it, though, of course, but he's like, yeah, no, we're not doing layoffs here.
Love, hold on, because the miles put a timer on you. Yeah, it's getting kind of long.
But you're like, why are they in Hawaii? But that's why, yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta lawyer up, love. You gotta lawyer up. I think that your intuition is on point. I believe that that he likely is entertaining other options. I mean, he is in Hawaii. Mm-hmm. I hear the asses are fat that way. So he likely is entertaining somebody else, but that's just what's going to happen in the situation. So I would not be so concerned what he's doing. I would make sure that, you know, you're kind of protected. Okay?
Yeah, and I've been having a lawyer since January when I filed the next week because I was like, all right, you're not stopping. You're really trying to take everything. And yeah, no. So right. I think that's where I'm at. I think the only thing I feel bad for is I don't know if I should give him a heads up or not that I'm pulling the plug.
You need to stop with the heads up.
That's too much heads up.
That's what you need to stop doing. That's what you need to stop doing. No more heads up. Okay.
Yeah.
No more head from you. All right. So I would keep talking to your lawyer, trying to focus on what he has going on. Just focus on what you need to do to protect yourself, and I do wish you the best. Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it got me thinking how you said just don't even, there's just not much. It takes two to try to, you know, right. technically reconcile. I can't do it all on my own. Right. So yeah, Thanks for listening. I know it's a whole situation, but it was a strange one, but thank
No
you.
problem, love. Keep me posted on how it goes, all right?
Okay, bye.
All right, take care. Any of my fellas looking for, you know, trying to lock lips. Yeah, give Shorty a few buzz balls. She might, you know, show you a good time. Might want to slide into them DMs real quick. Slide into those DMs. But yeah, if he really was like, didn't have that much experience and even married her for 13 years. Bisky said, I'm already in him, coat. My man. My man. All right, yeah. If he really didn't have that experience like that, it's been 13 years. Buddy is out there for the yams. The Yammy family. He's trying to get up in something. He doing a little dance right now in Hawaii with a chick. Yeah. They doing a little shit right now with little the reefs around the waist. Right now he doing it. Right this second. Having the time of his life. Well, that'll do it. What do y'all think about that call? I didn't see the kiss coming. I didn't see that. It's always funny how women do that. Well, women and men do it, but considering that I coach women, this is one thing I notice with women. This is one thing I notice with women that men don't do, and I can say this confidently, men don't do. When women, like, if there's any version of infidelity, not even just infidelity, it could be anything that, like, they know they will be judged for, they'll say a statement like, I'm not that girl, right? That's so not me. Who is it? Who did the shit then? Tell me who did it. Who did it? Sound like you did it. Guys, I don't get that from them. When I'm talking to them, I coach both now. I got the data. When guys do, they're like, yeah, I cheated, bro. I know it wasn't the right thing to do. I did it. Women be like, I'm not that I'm so not that person. I'm not the type to key a man's car. But in this situation, I did key his car. I hear it daily. And I'm like, you know what makes you the type is when you do it. That's what makes you the type. When you do the thing, you're now the type to do the thing. Like, that's how that works. So, yeah. Now, what men will do is they'll omit it. Women do that too, though. But guys will omit it. They'll just not tell you the shit. And I'll ask. They'll be like, well, I did get some head. I got some top. You did what? I got some top. Yeah. Why didn't you tell me that? I won't think about it. But yeah, I did get some top. Huh? Yeah, that's why you're having this problem. You got some top. I know, man. Fuck. What the fuck? What are we doing? You gotta tell me the information. But they never do the other thing though. They never are like, I'm not the guy who gets top. I'm not that guy. I know other guys get top. I'm not the guy who gets top. But last Tuesday I did get some top. I admit it. Lock me up. It's like it's very funny. It's very funny on some of these calls, man. Oh my God. It should be funny to me. Just seeing the differences. But I keep everything confidential. So, if you want your 1 hour coaching call, man or woman, this icon right here, hit that button at the bottom of the screen, shoot me a message or ask you about your situation. If I can help you, I will send you a link to book your call. Okay? But Shorty was kissing up a storm. Beloved, if you're still watching, we got to put the buzz balls down. We got to put the buzz balls down. Buzz balls have you tripping. You be tripping off the buzz. We got to stop the drinking. We make questionable decisions. You just want to kiss everybody when you're drinking, right? We got to stop that. Now, I didn't have time to go deeper into her relationship, right? Because she was in an emotional state, understandably. Emotional state, didn't have time to unpack it fully. But I do think that there is truth to him not being as emotionally present in the relationship. Is that an excuse? No. But it is, that does create the conditions for things like this to occur. It does create those conditions. That would make sense because she is remote, like working from home, right? It will make sense that she emotionally connects with another remote coworker because her husband's not emotionally present. It's still not an excuse. I think it's a justification. It's not. It's just an explanation. A lot of times before things like that happens, the conditions lay the groundwork. Right? Right. Like if this was like a guy who she worked with, like in person, I would be less sure of that. Considering that it was remote, it's like, what's going on there? What's going on there? So we didn't get a chance to unpack all of that, but that's what I would have explored had that been a shorter, like, if it wasn't so much venting. They've been flirting here and there. Yeah, but it's like, it's digital. It's not, it ain't the same. In person's different. Y'all know, in person, like who has been remote and like in person? I can tell you from personal experience, I've never gotten close to cracking anything remote. Like tempted. Remote? In person. Guilty. Person is different. In person is completely different. In person is a different type of energy. Huh? So, he said clip. You want me to clip that? Want me to clip like funny moments in the live? Person is different. It's easy to have boundaries remote. Did he come to her house and kiss her? I'm with you, Big L. That's still on her, regardless. All right? Even if you aren't getting your quote-unquote needs met, it's still on you. There's no excuse, but there is an explanation. Coworker worked her, though. Coworker worked. You gotta watch as a ex-work husband. You gotta watch them work husbands. You gotta watch them work husbands. I've been divorced from many work wives. Quite a few. You gotta watch them work husbands. They're gonna do it every time. It's just not the historic. My coach talked about this. Historically, we were like all kind of like entrepreneurial. You feel me? We're all kind of entrepreneurial. So like your woman kind of like had her responsibility. It was like a family business, and then she kind of worked for the family business, right? Nowadays, man, that will be the one to watch. It's that work husband. That's where the cheating happens. Because they're spending more time with the work husband than you. And he done got in the ear. Right? Got in the ear real quick. And I said she a goner then. Because the shit happens before they know it. That emotional attachment, that shit happens before they see it coming. It's just one day, no, we're connected. Too late. He in there. He in there. Imagine your lady working with Drake. Imagine your lady just working with Drake. He see you, he smile, he cool with you. What's going on, bro? All right. Behind closed doors. I would call my work wife. Be fed lunch, all types of shit. You gotta watch them work husbands. You gotta watch them work husbands, man. You gotta watch those work husbands. And the work wives. For my ladies out there. Gotta watch the work wives too. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. In person's different, man. Remote is cool. In person, total different ball game. Total different ball game. I told you I had a coworker who broke up a marriage. I worked at the hospital. She broke up a whole marriage. Are you Habisha? Is that how you pronounce it, Habisha? No, I'm not. Regular old black. Regular degular. I would be in the Negro Leagues if I was playing baseball. So regular degular black. But if coworker broke up a marriage with a surgeon. She put me on the show Grey's Anatomy. Who here has seen the show Grey's Anatomy? Have you ever cheated? No. No. Probably should have. I'm just playing. No, I've never cheated. Never cheated. I have too much empathy for cheating. I would imagine like the other person like cheating on me and I'm like, owie. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. Been tempted though, but I've never done it. How you pronounce your name? Marquette. Anyway, Grey's Anatomy. Y'all know Married to Grey, right? The protagonist of Grey's Anatomy. Yep, never. So, my coworker lived that life. We both were working like front desk at the hospital. Dude who she ends up linking with is a spinal surgeon. Fucking his brains out. Was a little bop too, because she was out there just giving it out. You had to qualify. She had to check your credit and shit, but like she was giving it out. Now, he was married with multiple kids, and she was smashing him, smashing the ballet guy, smashing just out there, just really sticking and moving, huh? Now, he would like let her watch surgeries in the gallery. Like she was in there with med students. We just work in the front desk. She's watching surgeries in the gallery with like the med students. I'm working beside her one day and she gets served papers. They like say her name. They're like, are you blah, blah, blah? She was like, yeah. They're like, you've been served. I said, oh, it's like a movie. Like she starts crying and shit like that. Because in North Carolina, where I'm at, you can sue for shit like that. You can sue. Somebody break up your marriage, you can sue shorty. You can sue the other woman. She got served papers. I said, I can't believe it. I'm telling everybody. I'm that guy. I can't, but who else can I tell? The dog. Bring the dog over here. Listen, Sparkles, you won't believe this. She got served papers. Everybody. I was waiting on something to talk about. Yes. It's a great material. But yeah, she broke their marriage up. He broke their marriage up. But she played a very important role, I would say. Very important role. But the interesting thing about this young lady, white young lady, pretty girl, but very seductive energy. Very like seductive energy. She had a lot of men at the hospital wrapped around her finger. It used to fascinate me. I was like, how does she have all of these guys enthralled? Like very high, like status guys, all the way to the motherfuckers whistling while they work, mopping the floor. I used to just observe her. I'm like, how does she do it? Because she's attractive, but she's not that attractive. This is where like the energy, she almost got you too, coach. Who said she didn't? Who said she didn't get me? Anyway, so I was like, what is it? Because it's an energy thing. It's not, because like, okay, you're attractive, but you're not that attractive. You get what I'm saying? There's other women here who are more attractive than you, objectively, but you have that vibe. So I used to watch her, and it was like, you ever hear how they describe Bill Clinton, right? They describe Bill Clinton as when he talks to you, it's like you're the only person in the room. No matter if there's like a ton of people in the room, he talks to you, he's making eye contact, you're the only person there. That's the type of energy he gives you. She gave that type of energy. This is why when I talk to you ladies and y'all like, oh, they don't approach, they don't. I'm like, I'm trying to make a factory of this type of chick, right? Because of just the energy, very feminine as far as like being very expressive, doing shit like that, just being very expressive. Not what you see a lot of women nowadays doing, just stone faced, looking like Duke Dennis. She was very expressive. She wore her emotions on her sleeve, right? She is very expressive. That's captivating to us men, right? And she put the spotlight on the guy who she was talking to. She showed interest in him. You ever hear like some women who are like very sternly like feminists? Like, you're mansplaining. They be the least seductive people on the planet, because a seductive woman will let you mansplain and then pretend to be interested. Don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Or maybe she does. But she gonna let you get that off. And she gonna be enraptured in whatever you're talking about. That is very alluring of a quality. Very alluring. She played her role very well. But she also educated herself on it. Because at the time, I'm a student of human nature. I like to understand human nature. It's part of the reason why I do this as a business. And she saw that I have read like some books by Robert Greene, right? Y'all know I'm not the biggest Robert Greene fan. She's an OR nurse now, married to the guy in question, and they have 2 children. Not seen any pictures from the children from his previous marriage. I think they are estranged. But yeah, she took them from his family, and now they have their own. Anyway, so she was like, "Oh, you like Robert Greene?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Have you read The Art of Seduction?" I was like, "Have I?" She was like, "Oh, it's my favorite book." I said, "Really?" I know what you are. I know what you are. So it was intentional. This wasn't just energy that she was born with. It was intentional. She crafted a persona that made her more alluring to the opposite sex. Shit is a skill game. Skill. That's what I try to tell y'all, man. Y'all think people are born this way. No. No. You think I was born like this? No. Shit was cultivated, crafted, years of toil and effort I used to be incredibly shy. Not no more though. It's a skill game. When you can look at every quality of life, everything, as skills, that's an important mindset to have. Because if you can call something a skill, that means it's learnable. Right? Social skills, charisma is a skill, seduction is a skill. All these things are skills. When you look at them as skills, they're learnable. Now, will you ever be as good as like someone who's born that way? No, but you can always improve. You can always improve. I believe that. Molly believed that. Now look at her life. Now she is a supervillain. Cheat on that man more times I can count. More times than I can count. Have my own buzzball story. I remember we were drinking one night. Her man was there. I forgot he was there. Grabbed her ass. She was okay with it, obviously. He saw me. He has hated me ever since. He pointed to her ass, looked at me, and shook his head. I said, that's all? That's it? Well, I guess I gotta go in for seconds. That was not an effective deterrent. It wasn't effective. The repercussions are not cushion. So, where were we? This was years ago. We were together. Anyway, point is, she cultivated the skill set. So you can also cultivate the skill set. That's all. But yeah, they are married now. They definitely are married. 100%. I saw her giving that. I thought we were playing hot potato. I'm waiting for my turn, baby. But yeah, they're happily married. So yeah, that's I don't know what the moral of the story is, but he used to wait outside her house to catch her cheating. And she would willfully tell me who she was cheating with. Oh yeah, that guy. I was like, really? Interesting. I thought you was out of pussy pie. You got more? By golly, I think it's a buffet. I think it's all you can eat in this bitch. You feeding the homeless at this point. There's Meals on Wheels out this bitch. Anyway, but that's what he chose. So, yeah. Last minute questions. They ain't last minute questions. Ozempic worst nightmare? What do you mean Ozempic's worst nightmare? This video came out clean. I'm mad I didn't get more footage of me though. Low key. You don't know who the motherfucking superstar is, bitch? Hold on. How do I go back? I was watching the video from the meetup. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Hold on. Ow! Clean as a bitch. You supposed to see that's supposed to be a longer clip, low key. On the lowest of keys. Tony, what is your question, love? What is your question? Are you gonna upload it to your YouTube? No, I'm not uploading that. I'm gonna take some pictures though. And is that audio with this?
Coach, I played high school golf. It's Don Smith. Coach.
Confident black man.
I'm a real estate investor. I'm a dating and relationship coach.
Okay, that's not me on stage at all. That's the introduction. Share some clips. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But when I do get the pictures, that shit is going. Oh, Tony, we're not taking any more calls, love. I'm about to wrap these things up. You can ask in the chat, or you can come back tomorrow at noon Eastern time, and I'll take your call then. You said Dream Chasers intro? Hold on. Let me go back to it. CJ, remember I told you? Hold on, CJ. Remember I told you they was rapping the Meat Mill joint? We were all on stage, and I ain't know the lyrics. That was, I don't know if you can see me in that. I'm just bobbing my head in that bitch because I'm like, I don't know what these lyrics are. Okay. That's what I thought it was. Dreams and Nightmares. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, last minute questions. What's your perspective on meeting a qualified person on dating apps? CEO life. I think you've been here for a while, right? You know my opinion on dating apps is I'm not a fan. Meet people in the wild. Not that. Okay, let's get Shorty blocked. Miles, where we at? Okay, Ashley. Okay, never mind. You already got it. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Kiana. Unplug this. There we go. Threads has a beta app going now. What do you mean? Beta app for what? Yeah, I don't know why people like. I've always contended that if you're going to do dating apps, like don't do dating apps, just do social media. If you must connect with somebody digitally, do social media. Don't do dating apps. You don't want to meet people who are actively shopping. Those are the worst people to meet. It's automatically competitive. It's not the ideal situation, right? If you really want to meet someone relatively easily, the best thing you can do is schedule your 1-hour coaching call. This icon right here, hit that button below, shoot me a message. I'll ask you about your situation. If I can help you, I will send you a link to book your call, okay? All right, it's close enough to 11 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. If you're new here, make sure to follow. I go live twice a day. I'll be live tomorrow at noon Eastern time. So if I didn't get to your question tonight, I will get to it then. If you want to watch these streams, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Link is in the bio. It's at The Signal Dating. So you can watch the previous episodes. Okay? Appreciate the mods. Appreciate the chat. I will see you all tomorrow.